Good evening, we're back with Naxos, and yes, we are still under the Byzantine Empire. We will probably always be under the Byzantine Empire. It forever bothers me that I won't be able to hold Constantinople. I actually fired up the game as Byzantium to try to see what was up with that. See, I held Byzantion myself, and then the Byzantine Emperor just immediately gets it back for free, nothing notifying me, and my capital was forced back onto Crusader Boats 3 the island, and I can't move it because I already moved it to Byzantion. I looked at it and it's just this crutch event that is, oh, you get this now. It was very unceremonious, and I'm a little mad at that, but not too mad. Well, wait until we get the next naval invasion on Naxos. So that was one thing sorted out. However, previously we were under, we were really wondering what was going on with the Eurodrift. Bulgaria and Philly, we're just going to call it Philly because holy moly that name. Neither of them were de jure drifting to me, despite the fact that Epirus and Athens and Achaia and Optimatoi were all drifting towards the glorious kingdom of Naxos. Lots of suggestions put forward. Maybe you need your chancellor to do it. Maybe you need to have a certain number of them doing it. All of them debunked one after the other. Some thought it was cultural. No, it wasn't that. We've had it. Some thought it was religious. No, God, we're all under these Copts. I need to fix that. Finally, I think I functionally understand what happened there, and I managed to fix it. There we go. So, when a kingdom title is created within an empire, such as what happened to Bulgaria, it was created under the Byzantine Empire. It sets the de facto liege as the top realm. So, the Kingdom of Bulgaria had a de facto liege of the Empire of Byzantium. So far so good. When that kingdom is destroyed, it does not remove de facto liege. So even though the Kingdom of Bulgaria does not exist, it still had de facto liege of the Byzantine Empire, which means that it would not drift towards me, as I was not its de facto liege. If I were to make the Kingdom of Epirus right now and immediately break it, it would never drift to me, because I am no longer its de facto liege. The de facto liege would be Byzantine Emperor. That smells like a bug, because God knows why that would be the case. You still have a de facto liege of something that doesn't exist. In any case, I found Jake, you have a promising future as Paradox QA if you're interested. Might consider that one. In any case, it's a one-line fix in the save file to remove that, and as such we now have Bulgaria, or at least the parts that are adjacent to us, within 2 tiles of sea zone as well, drifting towards us, which is what it's all about. If I ever take over this one, I will have to break the kingdom and then edit the save file to remove the de facto liege. That's as best as I understand it. I could still be wrong, but everything that I've figured out there seems to be making sense. But that bothered me so much. I was up until after 2 AM this morning, poking around at it, firing up different scenarios in different places, trying to understand de jure drift. But there we go. As best I understand it, it is bugged in that if it's ever created and then destroyed, it does not remove the top liege. So there we go. It's fixed now. We don't have to constantly worry or bemoan de facto drift. De jure drift. All these new terms, right? Still migrating over in my head from Europa Universalis here. So what's the story for we Naxos here? We are, of course, still bending the knee to the Byzantine Empire. I intend to always do that during this run, because I really like the yin-yang between yourself and your overlord. Even if your overlord has just one tiny little province there, they still feel a hell of an army. Almost all levies, though, so we can still crush them at a moment's notice if they ever think that we've done something wrong. But we've got a banging good contract with them there. Normal levies, low taxes, march, war declaration, council rights, coinage rights, we got it all. The only thing that I really like to change is religious rights, palatinate, and probably some lower levies. I don't need to be exempt from taxes because march combined with low taxes is already pretty much nothing. We make bags of dosh as it is. And of course we have our good old patriarch, who's a walking bank account for us. We punch them every now and then and enjoy the ducats that flow forthwith. No, the goal for Naxos here is to save Europe. Europe has gone astray, it's turned all green. Oh man, and the green goes very far north. Even the Isles aren't safe from it, so it's funny, it's getting more ravaged than even Iberia is. My plan is to drown in renown here. I want to establish, in massive inverted commas, independent dynasty members. We already got some. We got ourselves a Duchy of Crete and a Kingdom of Cyprus. In addition, we are our own king. There's another duke, some counts, and some kings, dukes, and counts by marriage out there, not to mention living members. So I want to plough through that. I also want to keep the eugenics program going. We got a lot of children. I'm going to try and land as many of them outside of my own Naxos as I can. I'm only 37. Hopefully I live long enough to land pretty much all of my children, except whoever I decide is my main heir. I'm thinking it won't be Shaggy, actually, even though he's wonderfully honest and compassionate, and he has everything it takes to be high in virtue. He only has comely and quick. I think I'd rather get someone who is beautiful and then try to pass that down so that I could get the decision to strengthen the bloodline, because I need one of these to be maxed out, Genius, Beautiful, or Herculean. So I think not the next step, but the step after, I'll try to have the eugenics program spit us out a true genetic marvel. Franconian saying, how's Franconian doing? I hear you're not doing too well, but I'm trying to remember who you were. Who are you? Lots of names. We've had lots of children, and I can't be expected to keep an eye on all of these. Right. What are we even doing now? I actually don't know what we're doing now. I wanted the Holy War, but there's a few problems with that. One is that you need to be a certain level of piety to do the big holy wars, and we're only dutiful. We're probably never going to be faithful. Our piety growth is terrible due to our sinning. And on top of that, because our top liege is actually Orthodox, not Orthodox, they're Coptic, we can actually do anything about that. So what I'm planning is, once I finish off this tree, so once I get Apostate, Learn on the Job, Sanctioned, Loophole, and Scholar, I'm going to spec back to Intrigue, abduct whoever is on the throne, and force them to become Orthodox again. I want them to be non-Greek so that I can remain the culture head, but I don't want them to be Orthodox. No, I do want them to be Orthodox, otherwise that causes trouble in the realm, especially since I'm not religiously protected. Okay, with all that done, we can finally unpause, as I try to figure out what I'm even doing here. Unfortunately, this you can declare wars thing becomes considerably less useful when you can declare a gorillion different wars for all these people's different claims, and I don't care about expanding my own realm. I care about expanding my overlord's realm so I can have, again in massive inverted commas, independent dynasty members, to the point that whoever we take over next, I'm going to spec for whatever gets us Casus Belli the most, because that's what I'm needing right now. How many years did it take for EU4 to get a CB map mode, said Nyx. Many. Many years. And I don't think it's even the CB map mode, it was the Truce's map mode, and it just shows people that you can do that with. Right, the only place I am interested in expanding the realm in is over here, actually. I wouldn't mind going here, but I still need claims and such. I think I lost the person that would get me what I wanted here, right? Yeah, I told them to just sod off out of my realm. Now we have a whole lot of not much. Oh, I can, however, claim de jure, but it doesn't seem worth having a chunky war against you and your two allies just to grab a wee province there. Doesn't seem worth anyone's time. What does seem worth my time is a beautiful daughter. Excellent. Rodanth doesn't seem like the worst name in the world, but I'm sure we have better. I think we're going to grab... This is where I gotta check who my last child was, don't I? We had Pius last. How cute. Well, you are going to be Filbo. I've got a lot of marriage fodder, and I can't believe how fertile me and my wife are. I guess it's mostly down to the wife rather than the male on who's fertile here, but she's younger, beautiful, helps with fertility, and look at that. What's that? Nine children. Can make alliances all across the place, but that's not what I'm wanting. I'm wanting thrones across the world here. Age of the world. Oh, my patriarch does not like me. That's not really a problem. I keep throwing him in jail to take his money, and hopefully to get a better one. This one, though, he's a little hard to imprison. Very hard, in fact, so I might have to make this guy actually like me. Leave it to the clergy to avoid panic. What if your calculations are wrong and I'm thinking that the world will end in 6,000 years after creation? Oh dear, oh dear. I do need that lifestyle experience. Zealotry? I mean, I do need piety. Well, do I really need it? I don't think so. I want that learning lifestyle. But other things are good. Nah, give me that. Water Chestnut says, am I beautiful? Nah, probably not. There we go. Keep it going. We almost have learn on the job, which is extremely powerful when you have a good council. 20% of all this, so I'll get 6 diplomacy, 4 stewardship. Yeah, my marshal isn't good enough. My spy master's alright. That's going to be useful as I spec down espionage once again. Trying to get Ragusa. Ragusa is one of those joke duchies. It's a single province of Dubrovnik. I will, however, have to fight the Croats and the Croats allies of Poland. Oh, what? Okay. Well, not to worry. I will take the fight and it'll be no big deal. Drowning in money, which is rather nice. March contract reducing what we pay. And I'm largely just investing my money into the Duchy of Thrace, which I intend to be the main... Not the Duchy. I don't hold the Duchy even. I could and probably should hold that Duchy. Even if I create it though. The problem is my my realm capital is here. I want to move my capital here to New Naxos. But I can't do that until the next ruler. And there's going to be a bit of an inheritance problem over this. But I like the strategy of having these all held by mayors. Other than the main one, of course. I might even give this one out to a mayor before I die. Just so that there's fewer provinces to deal with on the inheritance. So whoever my main heir is, they can enjoy the fruits of all of that. Then they just have to recall the mayors, and there's no tyranny or control loss on that, which is A-okay. Otherwise, not a whole lot for us to do unless I really want claimants, which I don't. I'm trying to spread my dynasty here. If I was stressed, I could write my thoughts down, and we don't need a courtier, thankfully. I do want my outliner on so I know when they're dead. Even more so now, Jake has an overlord as he eyes over the empire. The entire empire like a buffet. Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of want this. I wanted just this to begin with. But since I've already got my clutches in here, it'd be nice to kind of tidy up all the duchies within the empire, and then everything else we expand for the family. But that's if and when the opportunities arise here. People keep offering ransom. I would wish that they would stop. I want them there as my little torture fodder. And speaking of, my dread isn't quite high enough, so let's pop into the old dungeon and see what we can do. Now, if anybody's willing to pay 50 or more, they're allowed out. Very simple rule, but I don't think anybody's really got the dosh for that right now. Oh, well, who is this? A neighboring ruler of mine. Oh, over in Ducalia. That's my prisoner, eh? Next in line on the throne. Clearly too old. I could release for a favor, then... Oh, betrothed with no children. Well, forget favor. I could just straight up arrange a marriage where one of my sons, preferably one of the useless ones that have no traits going for them, like you, Pius of Naxos, would marry your... Are these filters still on? Oh, right, you are betrothed. That is a shame, isn't it? Well, I guess it's not happening. That's what happens when you delay on getting people betrothed. My entourage and I are strolling back from a short foray into Naxos when we unexpectedly run across my cousin and his retinue, skulking around my capital on unannounced business. Caught by surprise, a few moments of uncomfortable silence pass. Ah, my cousin. Perhaps you'd like to join me in forgetting this over some spiced wines. Well now. 1 cake becomes 2, then 3, then 5. A friendship with my own cousin and vassal. A fairly powerful one at that, although you don't have a duke, do you? A dukedom. I could well give it to you, but all these cousins inside the realm are problematic. That intrigue. Why are you not my spy master? Why indeed are you not my spy master? You tell this guy to... Well, this guy's my friend, and friendliness is kind of useful, but you could become my friend. Cosmic Insights, increasing learning for 10 years. Learning challenge. Overindulgence makes me indiscreet. He gets a weak hook on me, or I gain... Now this doesn't seem anywhere near as good as getting those Cosmic Insights. Let us enjoy. Still though, she miraculously get better at intrigue. I'd rather have my my friend help me out there. Do I get the bonuses for friends yet? I forget which one gives you buffs for friends. It's under diplomacy, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. I was trying to go down that, but then Daddy decided to die in a hunting accident. Could you replace your liege with a faction, with a claimant that's not of your dynasty and a proper ortho for Holy Wars? Possibly, but here's the problem. I'd need to find someone who's not Greek, or else I lose culture head. So you, for example, are Greek, and it needs to be somebody with that though. No way am I having an apostec hitting up there. Orthodox and Greek. You've got the Byzantine Empire. Orthodox and Greek. Coptic. Orthodox and Greek, and Coptic Ethiopia. So none of these claimants are worth my time. And I think it's just smoother to abduct and force religion change, because it impacts the family as well. I just need to respec for intrigue once we're done here. And we're gaining learning experience nice and quickly, so it's no big deal. It shouldn't be a big deal. I couldn't arrange a marriage. Well, daughter's a bad idea, because there's no way I'd get it matrilineally. They wouldn't accept it anyway, so not to the top, not to the main heir. Aha, oh ho! What have you managed here on Ragusa? I could either get claim on the county of Ragusa, or on the Duchy of Dubrovnik, which I would pay to make anyway. It's probably better just to... I mean, why? Why even? I guess it's a little cheaper than making it anyway. Excuse me. This must be the critical success from the claiming the areas. But I don't see much of a difference here. It's just a bit more money. Although I'd spend the money to create this, but when I create it, I'd also get more prestige. And it's nice to become a living legend, isn't it? I should probably just take the claim on the place for now. Now, if and when I want to fight you over that, you've got a fair few friends coming in, don't you? Well, what, they're inferior? What a joke. And they're, but you're the overlord, right? Croatia. Poland doesn't have too much to bring in, but you've barely got anything of your own. Oh well, fair enough, I'll still take you on. Someone's asking how Asia's looking. Pagan. Seen those in, Mana. That's the country of EU4 right there. It's looking like a royal mess. I'd like to sort it all out. Is this the Mongolian invasion? Because it seems a bit too timid for my liking. And of course there are the houses and the faiths. And the cultures, I guess, in so much as it can be called culture. Okay, it's a long way to go for a whole lot of not much, but I'll be taking that claim off of you. Hope you don't mind. Now, I'm declaring war on the Queen of all of the Croats, but that's okay. As ever, move that rally point. Hey, wasn't my rally point green? Why is it red now? Right, I shall raise you all here. And maybe a bit risky to go in without all of my without all the rest of my troops, because they do have a fair number, especially when they call in their allies. Nonetheless, I do hate to wait, so let's just charge on in. I'm not a big fan of the colour red. What other colours do we even have here? We can have green, yellow. Oh, yellow isn't good. It's really saturated. Saturated? Unsaturated? It just doesn't pop in this game, does it? Which is easiest to see to me? Honestly, I like that blue one. Let's go for blue. I gotta click on them here then. Sounds like they're horribly sick. Alright, all well and good. I'm still wanting to move the rally point and get my levies ready. Persia's looking a bit dangerous. Oh, come now. They can only field about as many troops as I can, so they're nothing special. I will of course come to the aid of my beloved overlord, if and when the time is right. The time is not currently right. Shaggy! He's come of age. My tuition is at an end. Well, goddamn, he actually became Midas touched. He's got some pretty slick stewardship. And he's also my friend, and he's long overdue getting a spouse. Comely, quick, we need anybody that has hail for you. Like this lovely Russian lady. She's 21 though. What I would like to do is toggle filters for hail, robust. Oh, it's an and. I want an or here. You got anything Amazonian or Herculean going? Ugh, no, 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 no. Still, getting someone that you can immediately breed with is a good idea. Don't want to waste time. This 13-year-old is just about ready to be bred. And this is about the eugenics program, so get with it. I end up with an alliance with my vassal, actually, which is kind of good. Not my vassal, actually, just a vassal within. And for once, I'm making something that's not, it's not incest, so get to it. You're a man now, dog. Who else do I want? I also want to focus on the sons. There was a beautiful one that I was thinking about. You, Glory Hill. You don't have Quick, which is a little bothersome. And you're also focusing on Marshall. You're rowdy, so that goes for Marshall. Yeah, I'd rather he did Intrigue rather than Marshall, but I'm not going to change that now. Regardless, I'm going to remove that as a guardian, and I'm actually going to educate you myself. I was reading about education, how it's best to have a genius do it, but I think it's more important to actually have some control over what traits they end up with. So currently it's just Pence. No, it's Eelco. I got high hopes for Eelco with handsome and quick, but I fancy beautiful more myself. Also, the younger they are, if I live long, then I'd rather take over as the youngest heir. We'll see about changing primary heir later on, though. Shouldn't, hopefully, be necessary just yet. Now, great, get going, make those kids. Control over traits, it's very, very important. Yeah, you'd hate to have that shy, useless kid come out. What do you want? Shy, paranoid glutton? Ugh. The stress would be unreal. Somebody's asking to look at the family tree. It's Super Ninja Pilot. I don't see why not. Let's hope it doesn't break. It's not that impressive, the family tree. In fact, we had a lot of problems early on because poor Eelco just died very quickly. But fortunately we did have a son, and the son inherited a lot of problems. And a lot of wars. Aki decided not to have that problem, gobbed out Shaggy, Worker, Moreno, Glory Hill, Eelco, Kleinshow, Zess, Pius, and Filbo. And for all we know, they're not done yet. There's extended family that's been such a problem for us, because they keep trying to claim our everything. Panta Dynasty Head, oh, that's us. Panta us, yeah, that is us. Good for us. Alright, keep it moving and keep it grooving. Those levies are just there to provide support if needed, and hopefully it is not. Secret exposed! My vassal has had an extramarital affair with... yeah, plenty of these. That's their problem. Very much not mine. It's all exposed and out in the open now, at least. Get a bit worried when I see that the papacy is against me here, but this shouldn't be a problem. Got that done. It's only 10 war score. Maybe, just maybe, I can go and capture the queen herself and put an end to this war prematurely. One can always hope, right? So one thing I have a problem with, it's properly seeing the borders of counties. I mean, no, they don't really line up unless you click them like that, but I don't want to do that if I'm moving my troops around. But it's important for where I put them for supply, that they go into different places. I guess... no, just not seeing it very well. And I don't think there's a county... well, there is a county map mode. How about that? But you have to click through for it. No, it's L. Ugh, I'm never going to reach for L. Find solution. Immediately moan about solution. Ah, one thing that my glorious patriarch that hates me isn't doing. Hold on, are you a different guy? You look a bit different. No, I think it's the same guy, but damn, does he have that money. In any case, I need more claims. I need claims on joke duchies. Anyone know of any joke duchies? Hey, the Duchy of Istra. But it's Holy Roman Empire, so let's not touch that with a 50-foot barge pole. They don't have a lot of troops at their disposal, but it just seems like a big messy war to fight from here. Then again, things are looking a bit messy in general. Jake, the Netherlands are a bit big. When I say joke, I don't mean a joke in the traditional sense. I mean the fact that it's like a 1 or 2 province duchy. 1 or 2 county duchy, I suppose. I need to break away. Something like Crete, or indeed the best one here, Dubrovnik, where we just stroll in, take it immediately, because that allows me to set up another duke, and a duke is 0.5 renown every month. The likes of Corsica, and I think Corsica's 3, isn't it? No, it's only 2. How about that? Still, this is the general direction I want to expand. It's just that some of these take a bit of time to chew through. Quite a bit of time indeed. The thing is, once I've established them as a county, I can't get the I cannot get the duchy for them because they're not going to be my subject anymore. Cyprus, we already have established Cyprus as a kingdom, a 1-county kingdom. Hey, we got the heir here in Croatia. 25%, just like that, and our war score is going up, and there's not really a lot of anything getting in our way here. Which is fine, our men-at-arms are incredibly strong, so nobody's really taken us on here. Marshal improved on Glory Hale. Let's see, you're rowdy, so you're on the Marshal. Your kinsman created a cadet branch. I don't think cadet branches are a problem now, are they? Besides, you're still part of the dynasty, and you hold that county there, so good going, Georgia. You're not my subject, so not a problem. Righto, what do we have here? Who's the picnic cloth army? Yaroslav. Is that some kind of joke? Question of punishment from Glory Hale. Potential next in line since you're so beautiful. Wasn't there a younger beautiful one? I'm getting so mixed up with them. No, I think Glory Hale's actually looking like one of the better options here as heirs go, unless we gob out another ridiculously good son. And the daughter's beautiful, but it's got to be males around here. Arbitrary. He started asking how to get someone hanged if he felt like they should be. Now, I personally like the idea of arbitration, but in this game, I like the dread, but that vassal opinion and the break even on stats isn't great. Oh, definitely not Craven. Definitely not. Well, welcome to arbitration, Glory Hale. It's good for you. It's good for me. I reckon if we just go down and kick this army's little arse, it'll be game, set, and match. We could double back if the need arises, though. I do not get good commanders right now. What does it take to have better? Can I not invite? No, we can't invite more knights. Oh well. Ah, Picnic Cloth Army is on the rampage. Perhaps even on the prowl, sire. I'm just sending my levies to die here. In mountains, no less. But we have backup coming in. I just want to catch them. You let it catch you? God, what an awful fight for us. No men at arms at all. But that's alright. The reinforcements have arrived, and that just squishes Picnic Cloth Army. Once you get to a certain point, though, these fights, they either become too easy or such a slog. That fight against the entirety of the Pope's wallet comes to mind when I think of that. So I get Croatia, no biggie. Now I directly own it, good for me, but that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is to actually usurp the Duchy of Dubrovnik. Whoop. And a bit more whoop. Costs some dosh, but that's okay. I get some lovely prestige for it to make my way closer to becoming the living legend that I was always born to be. And now I need to give this to somebody. Of course, in my family. The question is, who is most befitting for it? I look at my children, I look for who's not landed. Sons, obviously. And then I go, Pius. Since you have no amazing eugenic traits that I want to foster myself, congratulations, here's your new title. You have the Duchy of Dubrovnik. So far so good, but he's still my vassal, which is not good enough, because you don't get the extra renown for it. So then I go to my beloved overlord, Itije. You're 49, I hope you live long enough for me to capture you. And then I say, here, have this vassal. And just like that, renown did not go up. Maybe it went down by something else, or maybe I wasn't paying attention to what it was before. Both equally likely. But I think it went up. Now let's disband them all and start thinking about where we go next. I never did start making that extra claim, did I? I should start thinking about, is there something above living legend? There is not. That's as high as it goes. Just like how being the religious icon is as high as it goes for piety, and legendary is top mark for splendor. Right. The thing is, all these wars are so small time, right? And I'm not gonna get the huge swaths of land that I want if I'm just taking it piece by piece. So I need to figure out how to get more land swiftly. Holy War is a good idea, but I need my Basilia to stop being Coptic. Oh, I do not like them being Coptic. Speaking of wrong religion, would you mind converting for me? Might accept. They'll never accept. What you do disgust me. At least the factions against me have stopped. My vassals still largely don't like me, though. God, they don't like me. But that's alright, we are dreadful enough. To nurture relationships between the next generation of rulers is a duty we should not neglect. I'm certain Shaggy would benefit from knowing some people. Where are you even? That doesn't sound good. That equally doesn't sound good. I don't think my son needs to know these old men. Who's this for anyway? Shaggy, the heir. The current heir. Well, it might not be unbeneficial to be friendly with the son of the Basilia. Coptic Ethiopian Hakim Abda. Hakim. There you go. Get friendly. Why not see if you can marry into the Croat royal family, see if you can get a claim on their kingdom. Well, I wouldn't even need the claim as long as I get my family over there. I suppose the one thing that would suck is them not being part of the Byzantine Empire. But it's all about getting... it's all about getting that... What's he trying to say? He can almost say it, but he can't. It's all about getting the renown right now. It doesn't have to be part of the Byzantine Empire. What I would want in the Croat royal family is either... Well, I'd need espionage to do this the best. I could marry that daughter, kill you, and be done with them, but I really need to respect intrigue for that. But I'm only 1, 2, 3 things away from doing that, and hopefully Aki lives long. He's got medicine focus, but that's going to switch out, isn't it? So let's just hope he lives long. Then there's a Hungarian kingdom, of course. There's you of Hungary. A granddaughter, a granddaughter, a grandson, and a granddaughter. Now, I could never marry you matrilineally. But are you old? No, they're young. They're going to have more children. They're going to have considerably more children. Aww. Our excellent Chancellor died. I'm not sure I can replace such excellence, but there you go. He's currently trying to integrate the realm drift here. De jure drift, rather. Idea, play in Romania, go full cannibal goal, eat emperor, become vampire god. No. Just no. These ransoms are what tempts me to empty out my prison. I mean, I like having a full prison so I can go around and harvest that dread, which I didn't do and I said I was going to. Right, you child, time to die, unless you're important. Die. But what I should actually be going for is the old people first, because they're going to die first. You actually have a couple of claims, don't you? Potentially useful claims. But if you're not worth any money, then I'm afraid you also have to die. Oh wow, why do I gain prestige for killing you? Because you're my rival, probably, and I lose a ton of stress too. Beautiful. Down they all go. Let's have ourselves a hunt, just like Daddy would. Get golden obligations first, Jake. It's free extra ransom. Nah, it's not like we're hurting on money. Besides, I need to go stewardship for that, and I want to go straight into sorting out my... Oh, God! Oh, no! It's the same event that killed our dad! Nonsense! We'll survive. Yeah! We did what Daddy could not. Hunting trophy for 10 years, extra prestige. Whew! And more perks. Oh, learn on the job, so good. Wow, why are our stats so garbage? They seem very garbage. But they're suddenly a lot less garbage. I remember them being better. Our intrigue's going to be through the roof shortly. But now you absolutely want the best people on the council if you don't already have that. 21 intrigue and 27 learning is really good. It is. I'm going to ditch some of that learning when I change my my focus here. But I'm going to boost that intrigue, haven't I? Righto. What next? I really want the Holy War. I need to respec for intrigue, but first off I need to get those. I didn't come all this way not to be able to buy claims. Now claims do cost piety, but I have piety, and when I go on a pilgrimage, that's a while away, but when I do, I'll have even more. It's not a lot that I can really think to do at this point though, because I don't have hooks and stuff to go out and do more. I could, of course, send my spy master to go and get some secrets out there that could work as half-decent hooks, especially if it could advance me in the Croatian kingdom, or perhaps even better in the Hungarian kingdom. Nice big powerful kingdom right there. My patriarch wants a book, but he's not getting it. He never likes me. Yeah, ooh, I could get a weak hook on the guy. Now he's paranoid and brave, making it very difficult to imprison him. If I had a hook, it would be easier to do so. And I would like a better patriarch than someone with 10 learning. But a hook is not enough to get somebody guaranteed to be imprisoned by you. Not enough at all. I forget how much a hook helps, though. He's got a lot of intrigue that's stopping me from throwing him in jail. I mean, I could gift him, that makes him like me more, and then I get more likely. Oh, whatever, let's see what a hook would do for us. Oh god, barely anything. Nah, what a shame. Don't think I can put that favor hook to any good use right now. Although, I could, when I respec for intrigue, I could actually abduct him instead, but I can't remember if he stays part of your realm if you do that. Alright, it's time to do the rounds of building again. It's looking good here, but it could always look better. First of all, though, get the defences done, because I don't want to lose my realm capital when I'm eventually able to make it my realm capital. Otherwise, I believe in money rather than levies, honestly. Not that I have a lot of options here. Ah, trade port, of course. Of course. And then there's you. Get me those farms and those fields. And then these ones as well. Hill farms? Hill farms. Give me those trade ports as well. Just get me the whole lot. Money is good. Money is always good. And then it gets so high that I don't even know what to upgrade, but I do know that it all costs money. Homesteads, fell pastures, upgrade. Give me the money. Why don't you send one of your children to a monastery and get him elevated church stature? Then you might have a potentially friendly family member in control of the patriarchy. Sounds like a bit of a long shot. I've never actually done that before. Okay, you're pathetic at that, but you could still be married for you. Oh god, homosexual. That's what I get when I don't teach them myself. Right. You're still not too shabby as renown fodder, if I can find a good place to send you off to. And the question is finding people that are willing to do that for me. Aha, Jerusalem. Jerusalem's got problems. I just need to be abducting and, yeah, I desperately need to respec into espionage, get everything done. So hopefully I live long enough to get that done. Fascination, divine right. I wanted that, I was focusing on that. Why? Several claims in a single war might be good, but I want that Palatinate feudal contract, and I'll be changing that out on the next guy. After that, though, well, I don't honestly know. Direct vassal opinion +5 sounds pretty good. Windmills, all economic buildings. Fabricate claim on county increases speed. Very nice, actually. Banking for development growth. Scootage, I don't want scootage. Sounds like a waste of everybody's time. Men-at-arms, size +4, max number. Well, since I do focus men-at-arms, that might actually be quite nice. Knight effectiveness is also nice. You know, I'm really, really good with all this learning, so I can focus through Greek innovations very fast. Heraldry, says somebody. Heraldry. Can enact high partition and house seniority law. The oldest member of your house inherits all titles. High partition. The lion's share will go to your heir. The rest will be divided between your children. None of these, I think, are going to be problems, because my realm capital and duchy capital are still going to go to the main heir. It doesn't matter, the rest are scattered. Of course, I still need to sort that out. So the way I've set up my empire, I don't think this is a necessity. Although, most times, it would be really good. I just don't think I need it. Although, I could be very wrong. Ah, look at this sun. They need... Well, again, I wouldn't be able to get any matrilineal things in here without good hooks. Also, I can't help but feel that being wrong religion is going to hurt me here. Oh, well, they would accept, but I think I need a hook for that. No, a hook wouldn't be enough for that, would it? Ugh, they're infertile. Doesn't sound like it's worth the time of my amazing genetic breeds. And they are pretty amazing. All these people that I really want to fight. How dare they have allies and stuff. Yeah, Zila here doesn't, though. Another rival there. How did I make so many rivals? Must be all the... Oh, of course I tortured all these people and got them as rivals. Good on me. Clever of me. Right, well, let's get fabricating on this, although fabricating takes too long. You really need to get into my prison, but the hook is not enough. Even if I fail, it's oh, it's not tyranny if I fail to do so. Refused imprisonment. I can rightfully imprison him, but he's still going to not want to be in my prison. A shame. Hang on, he's got more learning this time, and still all that money. Don't know how I'd get him though. I could maybe he'll be the target of my abduction when I get that. That patronage is rather nice. Everything else is a bit ho-hum, thanks to my wife. That sweet, sweet money. Yeah, really. That I think I've figured out the money part of the game by now. Although I could definitely do better with more buildings, but the thing is I don't use them all the time. So it feels like quite a cost. Right, Glory Hale. He's arrogant. He keeps the arrogance. It's not too bad. I mean, that extra prestige is quite welcome when you need it for controlling your everything. Right, Shaggy. You'd better pump out so many robust, comely, quick children. Make it so. So here I'm not playing as him, so I can't make it do that. Hopefully he doesn't just end up seducing everybody else. But, oh yeah, you're homosexual. I forget how much that drops fertility. Hopefully not by too much. Right. My wife would never betray me. She's my lover. She's even my... No, she's not my soulmate. Ooh. Well, let's look into this discreetly. No, I'd rather not know if there are any bastards, but I must look into it. My wife won't be happy. She always catches you. I'd like some change on it, where it doesn't always just say, oh, and my wife found out. Oh, God, what? I'm so tired of lying. The true father of my child is you. Oh, crevens. How? Just like, how? What a Swedish game. Okay, right, let's keep things quiet for now. There's so much cheating in the game, says Worm, it really annoys me. Yeah. Okay, how could she share her bed with another? How could she betray me like this? Perhaps I'll never know her reasons, but it seems to be no doubt about her guilt. Ooh, you know what? You've already pumped out lots of beautiful babies for me. And I could do with a better wife. My love, I beg of you, let this folly end. You get a strong hook on her. You lose unfaithful opinion. Arrogant and callous. Yeah, I'm not gonna beg. She's more likely to agree if she fears the consequences. Well, she's terrified of him. So make your choice. I never wanted to hurt you. For that I'm sorry, but I cannot deny my feelings for Ionis. For what we have, nothing else compares to it. Not even you, you cocky harlot. What do you mean it's an act of tyranny? She's like, oh right, I think I need to reveal this. I need to expose her for her crimes. Well, first let's see what she pops out, but then she's going straight into jail and probably going to die. The trouble is revealing the secret will make him a bastard, I imagine. Can you raid coasts for gold in the game? The knights can in EU, but I want... Yeah, raiding is something you can definitely do for gold and prestige, but you need certain cultures and technologies and whatever else for it. Margarita was fathered by none other than my own friend. Who could have known? There's so much goddamn cheating going on in the game. I was hearing about someone that had 10 kids in the game, went into debug mode to check and found out none of them were his own children. Pin her lover, make sure both of them pay with interest. Well, I don't think adultery is too much of a problem for the guy now, is it? But I still will pin you and make sure that terrible fate befalls you. But if the child comes out to be... Ooh, a nice feast from my cousin. If the... Oh, of course, it probably won't be a genetic amazement because it doesn't have my quick genes. Instead, it has your non-existent genes. We'll see what happens. There are events that force your children to be a bastard, as in you're overwritten as the father. Yeah, but there are events that do that, where, yes, despite being the biological father, you toy with things. You can do it to others, although I forget how. Defending the faith. Commotion, preaching. Eelco is furious that anyone could target someone speaking on behalf of Christ. Zealotry for Eelco. Eelco shows promise. Zealotry is pretty good for the piety, I suppose. Oh, but brave is also good. Oh, but calm is also good. Martial and vassal and attraction. Calm for diplomacy, intrigue. It's all pretty good, and I'm about to lose my stress. I think I'd like him to be brave. Well, brave means he would stand up to me. Zealotry is amazing if you go execution heavy. How so? I'm not seeing how, unless I suppose you're executing other faiths. But I actually don't want you dying. You're part of the family and I'm trying to marry you off here. So perhaps it would be better if you were nice and calm. You lose stress with every heathen you burn. I don't find stress management to be difficult. There are so many things you can do to lose it. I could feast. I could write my thoughts down. If I had an animal, I could pet the animal. So much to do. Alright, wife. What is this child? You've been pregnant for a while. If it's not beautiful and another good trait, then we are through. Of course, you're not part of my house, so the child probably won't have... Oh god, all these rivals are dying. Because of all the torturing I did, actually. It seems really good for managing stress. Torture, 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 chuck them out and let them die. Game seems to be a bit on the easy side. Does that bother you, Jake? I mean, it hasn't bothered me because it's made it a lot easier for me to learn the game. Alright. What a waste of time you are. The spawn of Duxia. Right, wife. First off, that secret of yours. What are we going to do about that? First, I could blackmail you for the secret. Wow, it's all bad. I don't know why it says weak hook and strong hook. Do you get both? Because I thought you only get one. Right, I think I'll blackmail, use it, and then expose it. You can do all of that, right? Or do you have to expose? Expose kills the hook. Does it now? Well then, let's just expose it so I can throw her into jail. Can't believe what my own wife has done. Wrong one. Intrigue, hooks, secrets. My own horrible wife, despite being beautiful, needs to have her secret exposed. Secret lover. Does that not... there we go. Adulterer. This is a crime against you, which means it's straight into prison for you. Unfortunately, all the family lose opinion, so everybody else in the family is going to be a bit unhappy about this. But you need to go there. If you fail to imprison, she'll leave the court. Fine, away she goes. Now, how about you? Is adultery... no, it's only shunned, so it's not enough to send you... Also, you're not part of my court, but I should make sure that you pay the price. How about that daughter of mine? I mean, why is it not saying that you're a bastard? It still shows me as your parent, despite it being known that you're not. Ah, because it's the lover, not the disputed heritage thing, so I need to expose the disputed heritage as well. There we go. It is better this way. Exposed my secret. Well, this is what you do. Now, I'm curious. Are you going to show up as a bastard yet? No, just dispute it. Look, we know you're not the right one. So what do we do with you? It costs to disinherit and denounce you. Fortunately, you're a woman, so you don't get the claims and stuff. You're still our house, so I could still set you up somewhere. But you are just fodder. You need a fitting name for being such fodder. So we are going to call you... I'm losing track of my names list here. We're going to call you Lepardi. I should actually make notes of where I am on that one. Lepardi. Done and done. You're useless, but I will send you off somewhere somehow. Now, as for my spouse, you're not in prison yet. Oh, she's considering going into my prison. Oh, now that the whole story's out in the open, my wife and her fornicator are facing the consequences. I imprison my wife. I have a fair reason. Nobody will think me a tyrant. I tire of this farce. I could consider... Nope, you're going straight into the prison. She doesn't even need to consider it. And then, let's see, it's an act of tyranny to kill her. And, oh wow, all close family members lose the opinion. And spouse, all dynasty members. Well, she's of a different dynasty. And I don't care about her friends, but all close family... So all the children will hate me for doing this. Dad, don't execute Mom! Torturing would also give me that kind of problem. And if I blind her, all the family members wouldn't be happy about that. Plus she'd leave the prison. Probably better that... Wow, I can't even divorce you? She's been unfaithful. Oh, but she has virtuous traits. The ecumenical relation with me isn't good enough. You want a gift to change your mind there? My wife's gotta go here. There we go. Just like a real divorce court. And it's all sorted out there. Now, feels good to be back on the market. Alright, what's it gonna be? We need to get ourselves some hot new tot